All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Kol Halor Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, Adawan Ratazah, this will be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Kwadash. And as you can see, I've got the U.S. debt clock up on the screen. And if nobody went up there and told you, if you haven't checked, as you can see, the U.S. national debt is now at 36 trillion. Again, $36 trillion and counting. And look how that motherfucker's running up. As I always say, it's running like a goddamn a taxi meter in Midtown Manhattan, you know, during rush hour. So that's how fast the damn debt clock is running up, you know, 36 trillion. And a lot of people hear these numbers. You hear this number, it's hard to fathom how much a trillion is. You know, I'm not even going to get into that, but $1 trillion is an unfathomable. Slocky, if I said that right. About unfathomable. You know, you can't. It's hard to wrap your brain around 36 trillion. It's hard to even really picture $1 million if it was just in front of you. So imagine 100 million. I'll give you one. Imagine $1 billion of money in front of you. Imagine a trillion. Now imagine $36 trillion. It's unfathomable, you know, and it keeps rising. And this is one of my favorite topics to get into. Debt, Ibatyat, per Habakkuk 2 and 6, that thick clay. That's what America is built upon. Debt, heavy pledges, you know. You're not even, your currency, your fiscal fiat paper money. It's not even true money. It's debt-bearing notes, okay? We all know real money is what? Silver, gold, land, slaves, livestock, tangible things, resources. That's true money, you know? So we're not even operating with real money. We're playing around with funny money. And, hey, it's inevitable. How are you going to pay that debt back? 36 trillion. It's impossible. That's how come we know this bitch is collapsing. And it's all by design. This current fiat funny money fiscal system Slovakia has to collapse in order to usher in this new digital system, this new world order, this new way of doing transactions, which is going to be digital, spearheaded by the Charagma, the MOTB, the RFID, C, HIP, okay, per Revelation 13 and 16. You're not going to be able to buy or sell save he that had the Charagma, the mark. All roads are leading to the Charagma, okay? So, again, I love getting into the debt, you know, because the economy, the economy is the pulse of a nation. That's how you measure the health of a nation, through the economy. And America's economy is in shambles, you know, and it's beautiful to behold. And what does the scripture say? As the leader is, as the rulers are, so are the people. And that's a perfect time to segue into this topic here. I'll leave this link for this video in the description. Adawan Ratazal, remember. I'm going to try to read a little bit of the transcripts. But as you can see from 4 days ago from NBC News, it says Americans borrowing more than ever as debt level hits record. So let's read the description, and I'll read some of the transcript. It says Americans have racked up record levels of credit card debt, which is up 8% from a year ago. Many borrowers have fallen behind in paying their payments. So let's go to the transcript. Salak. Let me see. Get the transcript. Okay. Try to get a hopefully it won't play. I'm trying to get a good little thumbnail so you can see. That's a good one there. It says average interest rates. Not only are you up to your eyes, up to your wazoo in debt, the interest rates are astronomical, right? You know, so let's look what it says on the screen. Credit card debt, the average. This is the average. Credit cards. The interest is 21.8%. That's fucking crazy. You know, and we know that's nothing more than usury. One of Amalek's favorite tools, going back to the Rothschilds, you know, the Bowers, the peasants. You know, that's how they made the bulk of their money. Money lending, you know. So it says again, the credit card interest rate, the average is at 21.8%, and your credit card, these credit cards are maxed out. Not 1, 2, 3. All your goddamn credit cards are maxed out, and then you got to pay 21.8% interest on it, and then on top of that, the fucking excuse my French, my Swahili, and on top of that, the inflation is going up. Everything is going up except your pay. Ends are meeting. These people are drowning in debt. Auto loans, the average interest rate is 8.8%, and then on top of that, the terms are getting longer and longer. Your average mortgage is at 7%. So let's read the transcript. It says, people struggling with the crushing cost of credit card debt. Senior business correspondent Christine Romans has more. It says, I don't know what that's supposed to say. Car loans, credit cards, Americans are borrowing more than ever. U.S. household debt now at $17.94 trillion. Again, as the ruler are, as the king is, so are the people. If the nation is in debt, it would only make sense that its people are in debt, and that's that's how you get the temperature of a nation, through its economy. You know. So it says U.S. household debt is now at $17.94 trillion. It says for credit cards, that debt has never cost more. The average interest rate, and they about to go into more debt to try to, you know, celebrate 2 pagan holidays, well, 3. They're going to try to celebrate Thanksgiving, you know, max themselves out even more. Then they're going to try to scrounge up whatever little bit they can to get a couple few gifts during the so-called Christmas season. All to what? Keep up the facade, you know, that everything is all right. Meanwhile, everything is not all right, you know. Then you're going to try to turn up in New Year's Eve. Simpletons. So anyway, it says, for credit cards, that has never cost more. The average interest rate, almost 22%, way higher than auto loans and mortgage rates. It says, like it was hundreds of dollars per month. It's somebody speaking. I'm like, I could be spending that on groceries just in interest. Yeah, they're paying hundreds of dollars just in credit cards, just to pay the minimum balance. You know, because you know they're not paying the credit cards off. They have to be paying the minimum balance. And with the interest rate so astronomical, you're never going to get out of that hole. And it's all by design. It was designed that way, which I got a couple of scriptures I'm bring out. That's I'll leave the link in the description. You get the idea. You get the idea. You know, Americans are borrowing more than ever as debt levels hit record high. You know, and it's beautiful to behold. And again, this is how you measure the pulse of a nation. Okay, and it's all prophetic. America is a big fucking Ponzi scheme. It's a house of cards, and it's collapsing. You know, the model for America was never sustainable, and they've been kicking the can down the road, and they're running out of road. Habakkuk 2:6 in the KJV, then I'll read it in the NLT. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him, woe means destruction, to him that increaseth that which is not his, chiefly Esau Edom, primarily the elites. Everything they've gotten, they've stolen. All the lands, all the resources, they've stolen it, and put the people in hardcore bondage. They've turned the whole world into debt slaves. You know? It says, woe to him, destruction is coming. Which I got that scripture on deck, James chapter 5. Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? Not much longer. This bitch is about to implode. It is imploding. Everything is being boarded up. Babylon is bankrupt. It's insolvent. They can't pay their debts back. It's going out of business. And it's going out of business with a great big bang. And that ain't a fucking theory. That's facts. Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And that word thick clay, when you go into the Hebrew, is ibatyat. Heavy debts, pledges, weights. That's what this house of cards is built upon. Debts. I'm going to read it in the NLT. Habakkuk 2:6. But soon their captives will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, what sorrow awaits you thieves? Now, the bankers, thieves, you know? And what's the main tool of their thievery? Usury, interest. And the scriptures talk about that. Unjust weights. Now you will get what you deserve. You about to meet the king of terrors. You know? And he's not going to show you he's going to have no mercy against them that showed no mercy. You know? Well, whatever happened to the year of Jubilee, the year of release, you goddamn devils. Now you will get what you deserve. You've become rich by extortion. They robbing you, coming in, going out. They robbing you every which side of the way. Beating you over your head with taxes left and right. You're getting taxed on your paycheck. And you're getting taxed at the end of the year. You're getting taxed fucking at the grocery store. You're getting taxed up the wazoo. You know? Then on top of that, they're not even paying you with real wages. You've become rich by, and then they put an exuberant fucking interest rates, usury over you, but it serves you people right. You love it. You love it. You want more debt. You love drowning in debt. You've become rich by extortion, but how much longer can this go on? It's unsustainable. It's an unsustainable model. Okay? And that's what you see. The house of cards is collapsing. So let me just bang out a couple scriptures. Just straight to the point. Again, I'll leave the link to the video in the description. Nothing you don't already know, but you know. Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor. Yeah, and what have they been saying these last couple years? You know, that how do I say it? I could form it in my mind. How do I say it? The gap, the wealth gap between the rich and the poor is getting wider and wider. And basically, well, that's the plan. You will own nothing and be happy, per Carl Schwab. You know, the middle class is being eroded. The mom and pops are being eroded. And it's only going to be two classes, the haves and the have-nots. Okay? You know? So it says Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. And as far as the tribe, everybody, but as far as especially the tribes, we got to go to this devil in want of all things. Anything you want to do in this world, you're going to have to go to this devil and take out a loan. You want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, you want to go to school, whatever you want to do, you're going to have to go to this devil and take out a loan. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to beat you upside the head with usury, interest. And the interests are becoming exuberant, if I said that word right. Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. You ain't got nothing. All your hard labor, all your blood, sweat, and tears, you ain't got shit to show for it. You know? But it's designed that way, to keep you on that hamster wheel. You know? It says, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. And where does that money fall out and go? Does it just go back into the ground? Does it just disappear? No, it goes right back into the pockets of the owners, the elites. And it was designed that way. I keep mentioning the movie, The Jones Plantation. Must watch. Fire movie. Well, I read Habakkuk already. So I'm going to close out with James. James chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Yeah, how you have acquired all your wealth. You know, it's a black eye against you. It's a major offense in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because you've gotten everything by fraud, as it's gonna say. You've stolen everything. You've deceived the people, bamboozled, swindled the people. You know? It says, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Salakia. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days, and they know it. They know this is their last hurrah. You know? And that's why they're going to come down with great wrath. They're going to pull out all the stops, and they're just going to roll out that new world order, that draconian legislation. They're going to pull out them horns, show them teeth. We coming into them times. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of armies, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, the Lord of hosts. Hey, the scriptures say, it's in Proverbs, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The people are mourning. Primarily, the hopeful elect of Yasharallah, starting with the apostles on down, all the men on the highways and the byways, sighing and crying for all the abominations done therein. But the average peon is sighing and crying all throughout the four corners of the earth. They're protesting. They're in the uproar. The farmers, the truckers, the teachers, the nurses, everybody's crying. Why? Because they're being oppressed. They're being squeezed on every side. It says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Yeah, the elites, they live the best of the best. They eat the best of the best. You have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. You just been being a complete demon. But guess what? A recompense is coming. A righteous, just ruler is coming. He's on his way. And he's coming quickly. And he's going to take vengeance upon you. And he's not going to meet you as a man. So it's beautiful times that we're living in, man. Beautiful times. Beautiful times. For the hopeful elect, for the remnant of Yasharallah. Horrific times for the rest of you, man. Shit ain't going to get better. Things are going to continue to get worse. It's looking like 2025 about to be full-blown World War III. Beautiful times, man. Beautiful. Every time I check the news, more layoffs, more businesses closing down. I was talking to the brother Zakaria about the construction. You may think everything is good because you see construction going on, but little do you know the construction that's going on is things that were postponed primarily through the lockdown. Things got delayed, projects got delayed. If you check the books, there's barely any new projects on the horizon. Everything that you see going on right now is things that were postponed, delayed, and they're finishing it up now. And they're building these subdivisions, these multi-family homes and shit, apartment complexes. But who's gonna reside in them? These people, nobody can afford $3,000 a month for rent, for mortgage. Unsustainable. This model is unsustainable. This house of cards is collapsing, and it's collapsing quickly. And they know it. They know it. That's why we're going to war. The second woe passed, the third woe cometh quickly. It's inevitable. So keep watching, keep praying, keep fighting, keep pushing, man. We're close. Shalom. Wa abad babal. Kwam Yasharallah.